Let's see how this sounds. Let me go get my other phone and see if I can actually hear this. See how it sounds. If the sound is coming up. Let's see very quickly here. Got much faster data connection on this network than I had a short while ago. So let's see if this is live here. I'm all about my lonesome at the moment. There it is. Let's see how the sound is. If it will. See how the sound is. Sounds all right. Echo there. All right, it's time for Save South Africa. Let's see if we can hear that on here.
And sky so blue, mountains whisper stories of dreams so true. From oceans roaring wild to valleys deep. All
right, so that played. I just want to make sure we got what we need here. So we got that. So let's start this again. Let's get the party started here. Here we go, folks. Here we go. It's time to save South Africa. Right. Sunsets and sky so blue, mountains whisper stories of dreams so true. From oceans roaring wild to valleys deep, a heartbeat of a nation that will not sleep. Save South Africa, rise above the storm. Hands together strong, a new world is born. Beauty in our hearts, away. Evil cannot reign when we seize the day. People sing louder than shadows can scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The soul calls our history, roots run so long. A melody of freedom, we're singing strong. They may curse the land with great lies they weave, but we hold the truth in what we believe. Their crowns may crumble, their thrones may fall, for the power is the people's above it all. Save South Africa, rise above the storm. Heads together strong, a new world is born. Beauty in our hearts, light away. Evil cannot reign when we seize the day. Shadows can't scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The people sing louder than shadows can't scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The people sing louder than shadows can't scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. Long, a melody of freedom, we're singing strong. They may curse the land with lies they weave, but we hold the truth in what we believe. Their crowns may crumble, their thrones may fall. The power is the people's above it all. Welcome back, folks. Save South Africa. Well, I guess it's time to do that, isn't it? Save South Africa. So I just posted a video a short while ago, and I apologize for the echo inside here, but there's a guy who reached out to me early on in the refugee program and tried to get me to glom onto what he was doing. And he was telling people that you had to pay to get on a list. He had a master list and he had contacts, and we get those people onto the list and get them out as refugees. And he's your savior. He's your, I don't know, your Afrikaner, your Boer savior. Well, I know that there's no cost to the program, unless of course you're sending pets, but that's not the program. That's your choice. It's like send your own container of goods. That's your choice. So I didn't get involved with this person, and I never did interview the person, even asked me for it. So this little weasel came to my meet and greet over the weekend and asked for a photo, and I generously gave photos of people. And little shitbird had the audacity to make a video, sit around and talk out of his ass, the feces coming out of his mouth, saying, well, I made the mistake of going to the Colonel's meet and greet. I was really disappointed. Well, fuck you, buddy. No one asked you to come. This is for you. This is for you. It's called the Bugger Off Bunny. Sit on that rotate, pal. No one asked you to bring your little grifting ass to my meet and greet. No one asked you to come there. And they make a video trying to make money off of disparaging me. Hey, fuck twit, here's something for you. Sit on a rotate. You're a really sad piece of shite. That's what you are. Actually, you sold out your own people. You sold out Afrikaners, taking money from people, telling them they get put on a list. And are they in America? No, because you lied. You lied to people. But not surprising. This is what some Afrikaners do. They sell out their own. You're the same people who sold them out to the English back in the day. You're the same people who sold them out to the English back in the day. There's always one of you in the crowd. Always some shitbird Afrikaner board fucking everybody over. There always is one. And you know who you are. And all the people are suckers that believe that clown and paid him money. And he's like, well, it's all going well. The money is needed. For what? There's no money. The application is free. The medical exams are free. The process is free. The only thing you might have to pay for is your plane. But the people who went first didn't pay for anything. They didn't fuck around with some stupid list from some little shyster running around asking for money. Now, I haven't said anything about this shitbird ever before. I'm not even mentioned by name. But the fucktwit had the audacity to beg for a photograph, which I gave, and then use my photograph to mislead people when they didn't fall for it. Then he goes and attacks me because he's not getting the grift anymore. Unbelievable. Wow. I'll tell you, man, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But you know what? That's what happens, folks. That's what happens with some of these little shitbirds that hate their own kind. They hate their own kind. No, you're not all the same, Zenek, and don't worry about it. It's not on you. That's not on you. That's the way things are. I understand how it works. There's shitbirds out there. Anyway, yeah, there you have it, folks. So apologies for the terrible caterwauling, but I love that song. Napoleon said, did she say, yeah, I think she waited 3 weeks. But guys, the emails don't apply anymore. Forget it. If you sent an email, don't worry about it. If you want to go to American Refugee Program, which I'm not here to promote, honestly, you need to apply. Your email means jack squat now. You must apply. Must apply. You must go apply. You must go apply. Simple as that. It's simple. All you do is go to the embassy website. ZA, US Embassy, something. I'll look it up right now. ZA. I've got here because I go ZAUSembassy.gov. ZAUSembassy.gov. Go there. It's there. There's the application. Fill it out. You're now 40 hours behind if you want to apply. You're in the queue. All that stuff you did before doesn't matter. Why did they? They're just because they're scumbags. There are grifters and shysters all the time. But to attack me and disparage me, you little fucktwad, bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. I can't show you my PayPal. I'm not here. I'm on a mobile, so I can't do that. Sorry, guys. It's very disheartening to see this crap. Very disheartening to see this crap. These are people who sell you down the river. This is why Afrikaners, these are the same people in the National Party who sold you down the river. I'm not saying ending apartheid. That was right. That was morally bankrupt. But they gave everything away. They created a system where party over people, the system you have now, where you elect a party list, not a person. They sold you down the river. They sold you down the river. All South Africans, black, white, and brown, the National Party and the ANC at CODESA, the Convention for Democratic South Africa. Democratic my ass. They sold you down the river to politicians. Anyway, Reg Dodd is here, Mr. TT, Yolanda Ben Potgieter. Coke in a bottle tastes so much better than in a can or plastic. Yep. Mark Myberg is here. Welcome. Johan Kokomor, welcome to you. Yeah, the floating head is now the talking heads. Good evening to Road Captain Kev1, Gerard Benata, Andrew Noel. I would like that someone played the theme from Team America. Yeah, that's pretty good. Thomas Stassen, Yale Tapper, Wills, Chris Ehlers, Alan Baladay, Mandy van Royen, welcome to you. Chris Ehlers, welcome to you. Jean Punt from the middle of nowhere. Yes, I am in the middle of nowhere, folks. I'm using the mobile because the Wi-Fi is crap here. It took an hour and 15 minutes to load a 5-minute video that I recorded earlier about that. You don't like onions either. Okay, that's nice. Werner Fundemava, good evening. Welcome to you. Hi, Chris. Really enjoy your chats. Thank you, Diane. Not a Happy Camper's back. Alan there. Patron Myberg. Yep, I just picked up my guitar first time in months. Okay, good. Mark Dowles, howdy, Colonel Chris and fellow wolfies, yeah, Neanderthals and canines. Jarethra's here, Bergmeister, Strauss, Chris Ehlers, Vincent Vogel, sold out concert along somewhere in America with your host, Mr. Chris Wyatt. Now people won't pay to listen to me sing, man. Now you're knowing to do who it is. Well, somebody can put the name in there, but I'm not mentioning who he is. Crazy few days. Just want to thank Colonel Chris for all the information. We're getting ready for mass exodus. Yeah, Rebel Refugee, I think that might be the case, and that's why the government's panicking. Do we have to use the work program, or is there a way we can look for another work? What work program? There's no work program. I understand what you're talking about. What platform? You're going to have to be clear on that. Where are you getting this information from? You just go get a job. That's how it works. Suppose we love to know who he is. Names. Bugger off bunny. You saw him. Slop cock boar. There you go. Will says, I told you. Okay. Even every hand. Okay. Just saw your video, Colonel. What a piece of shit of a human being. I agree. Name and shame. Well, guys, put him up there. Put his name up there. You know who he is. Yeah, and knows. He looks like Hitler with his little nose mustache. Guy came back with another live stream. You're right. Fun one. Wannabe. Good to see you back there then. Vincent Vogel. Who the hell is so low? So sorry, Chris. Yep. Okay. This guy is a wackadoodle indeed. Karma is a beach. Okay. Beautiful house. Yeah, it's lovely. It's a cottage and it's quite lovely, but it's spacious, huge, man. It's actually bigger than many of the houses I've ever lived in. Very nice. One of my business colleagues made this available to me. I'm here tomorrow to look at a very seriously interesting project called Beehive Heroes, and we're probably going to do a meet and greet. I said 5, but I'm thinking we should move it to 3:30 or 4 o'clock. So tomorrow in Stanford at the table 13, I think it is. Great, man. Just gave 140 rand. Chris, are you okay with data? I am now, thank you. At least I got 7 gigabytes. So see how long that lasts. Vanessa's here. And Catherine, look, jumped ahead on me there. Sorry about that. I'm using my laptop with a slow Wi-Fi to watch the chat here because it's too fast over here and I can't control it. All right. Johannes says, Stoffel Hamse. I'm pretty good, I guess. Any guess as to how many people have already completed the refugee program? Yeah, no guesses, but tens of thousands, no doubt. Francois Swart, welcome to you. Ingrid Neal, welcome to you. And Janine Decker, Wendy, DeVee, welcome. Dragon. Valerie von Vike, once we are there, we would need our unabridged bread. Guys, I don't know what unabridged is. We had this conversation when this first started. This is alien to me. We don't have any such thing in America. You get a birth certificate, done and dusted. It's over. You lose it, you're screwed. You have to go get a replacement birth certificate, and you never have the original. I don't have my original birth certificate. Who knows what happened to it? I have a copy of the original from way back when, and that's how I got in the Army. I don't know what unabridged is. That's not just like your police clearance. Who cares about police clearance? I don't care about a police clearance. We don't use that. You're not wasting your time getting a police clearance. It's not about once you're there. You need these documents to get there. You need these documents to process through the program, according to Thea, who went through the proof of concept and is now in America. And by the way, was the first Afrikaner refugee to be resettled. And for all those hate wankers and leftist scumbags out there, I'm listening to them now. Let me find this one fucktard here. Sorry for the language side, folks, but if you got kids there, they're going to have to sit out this one. Listen to this retard in America. He claims to be married. This is a leftist twit, and you can know it from his language. Listen to this.
To all of the South African Afrikaans refugees that are coming to America.
So first off, he looks like a deuce. He looks like a complete moron with a forehead that runs back to his ass. His hairline's way back here, and he couldn't be older than 25. To all the Afrikaner refugees. Okay, so he's a dickweed, so we know that much. Let's continue.
Soon, I just want to let you know, as someone whose wife is Afrikaans, who's been to South Africa multiple times, you're going to have a bad time.
You're going to have a bad time. If you run into this moron, you're going to have a bad time. He looks like somebody escaped from Babylon, a gay nightclub. He really does. I mean, dudes wouldn't be into this dude. He's so pathetic.
There's no white genocide happening.
No one said there was a white genocide, moron, except you leftist tards. That's who says it. What a deuce.
Happening in South Africa. You have crime that's happening as a result of racism-fueled generational economic
crime that's fueled by racism. No, it's not fueled by racism. It's fueled by greed, you dipshit moron, twitwad. It's because of greed and because of lawlessness, not because of generations of racism. What a fucking moron this dipshit is.
Inequality, the same thing that's happening in America.
Inequality causes crime. What a bunch of horse shit. I grew up in unequal circumstances, in housing projects, living in places without electricity. I never stole from anybody. I never murdered anybody. I never raped anybody. This fucktwit is a privileged white shitbird who runs his fucking mouth and doesn't know what he's talking about. I hope I'm not offending anybody. I'm sorry for the profanity tonight, but I think it's necessary. Why wouldn't you have both parents' names on the certificate to begin with, though, Hugo? Why wouldn't you have both names? Anyway, let's listen to more of this dipshit. Francois, thank you, 14 rand.
America. We're just a couple decades ahead of you on the unchecked capitalism timeline. But I have good news.
We're just a couple decades ahead of the unchecked capitalism timeline. You hear this moron? This is leftist, self-pleasuring, masturbating lunatic who sanctimonious piece of crap is right. He's a leftist who grew up in privilege and has got, look at his perfect little freaking teeth. Good God. I needed braces when I was a kid. You know how I fixed my teeth? Did that back and forth and closed the gap in my teeth when I was still young and the teeth were still forming in my mouth. Because I couldn't afford braces. We didn't have braces. Otherwise, I have a gap. And this little perfect little twat here. Anyway.
News for you. You don't have to worry about the cheap exploited labor rising up against you anymore, because now that you're in America, you'll get to be the cheap exploited labor.
The cheap exploited labor. Well, Thea has been in country all of 48 hours. And guess what she's discovered? Not even 48 hours. She's already looked at jobs. And there are 4,000 jobs in the area where she's located at. She's found listed 4,000 jobs with a starting salary for someone with her qualifications of $90,000 to $135,000 a year. Yeah, Thea, a farmer, has already found employment, and she's going to start applying for jobs between $90,000 and $145,000 a year. Yeah, exploited labor. They're going to be exploited labor. What a fucking moron. These people are all over the place. This isn't real. This isn't America. These are pathetic losers who were picked on as children, and their feelings were hurt, so they decided to have to make things bad for everyone else.
If you were middle class or upper middle class in South Africa and you come to America, you're poor now.
No. If you listen to this moron, you're poor.
Like really poor.
Like really poor.
Maids and gardeners and personal servants that you can pay $15 a day for. Now you get to be the cheap labor. But by all means, please come to America and experience the American capitalism that...
Okay, that's enough of this dipshit. Thea sent that to me. She saw this in America. These morons, they crawl out of the woodwork. This is someone who's never gone hungry. I went without meals for days at a time as a kid. This is a person that never went through that. South African Farm Girl says, thanks for asking. You're very welcome, South African Farm Girl. In case you're wondering, folks, she's talking about, she had some very serious concerns last night, and I called her to allay her fears. So hopefully that helped. Pedro Talliard, welcome to Jacobasson. Ants, onions, and pineapple on pizza. No onions on my pizza, man. Sorry about that. Who is that, Ann? Dion Stoles, good evening to you. Hardest Pretorius, smash the like button. Just a question, Chris. When, if we get into the refugees program, do we have to use the work program? Okay, I don't know what you mean by work program. There's no work program. What are you talking about? Carlos Freda Zenobia. Listen to so many Americans today saying the most nasty things. No, you didn't listen to so many Americans. You listen to an army of trolls that hate America, that hate Christians, that hate white people. They didn't say anything when Donald Trump brought Somalis and Congolese and Rwandans and frickin' Sudanese and Burmese into the country, and Chinese from Uyghurs. For 4 years, he brought hundreds of thousands of these people into the country as refugees. Did he get any credit for bringing people of color in the country? No. He gets attacked because he brings white people in. He brings in 59 white people. It's not 49, by the way. The media's got it wrong. 59 white people from South Africa, and suddenly it's a racist program. Joe Biden brought in 500,000 freaking Ukrainians. Nobody said shit about that. Nobody said anything about that. Not a damn thing about it. Don't listen to these people. What was in the bag? He brought me a burger, chips, a couple Castle beer, Coke Zero, and some real Coke. So I drink the real Coke. To get a new passport, mine is about to expire. That's right, Freelance Kate, we need an updated one. Pierre Rousseau, welcome to Dougie Raymond, Josar Smith. Any truth the posts share regarding the passports, making it difficult for people to get the passports? I don't know what post you're talking about. Again, guys, I've been on the road all day. I haven't even taken a break yet. Relaxing Positive Energy, good to see you again. Ruben J. Cox, well, that's interesting. Will he help us find a job? Well, why do you need help? There's 14 million jobs sitting vacant, 13 million. You can't go on the internet and find a job on your own? Yes, there's job assistance in every state. Can't wait to hear from the First Lady. The guy surely has the brain cells. Just sent my statement of interest. There you go. Jean Noor, you're next in the queue. All right, so Johan someone, that's right. Americans are welcome. Ignore those comments. They are the minority. They're an extreme minority. Thank you for talking to us again. It's my pleasure, Jana. Chris, can I bring my Fender Stratocaster? It's a guitar. Well, if you're going to pay for it, get on the plane. Airlines only give you so much weight, so you're going to have to sort that out. But there's nothing to stop you from bringing it, other than you have to pay for it probably. Mr. Ansrud said that just about 1% of Afrikaners will leave. He's sad and mistaken. Well, if Ansrud said that, he's quite wrong. We've already had interest from, let's see, 500,000 people, 480,000 at 2.8 million. Let's do the math on that. Come on, calculator. Where are you hiding at here? Where's my calculator? Oh, man, this thing's annoying. Calculator. There it is. Okay, so 480,000 divided by 2,800,000 was a 15%. 17%. 1% my ass, 17% expressed interest just to the South African Chamber of Commerce, the Amerikaners, and the U.S. Embassy. And we don't know what the number is now. Give the money to him just for emphasis. Certain, okay. Okay, hey, STVDM. Vandemer is in New Zealand. Welcome. Diane Lass, welcome to you. Says I'm a legend. Thank you. And Dion Labaskatni, welcome in Helderberg if you're still here. No, I'm not in Helderberg anymore. Now I'm over by Hansby, behind Stanford. Do you know what we did to Slav Chetni? I'm sure I know, Gemini. Gray man, 140 Rand. Be okay with it. I am for the moment. Thank you. Baki Beat. Whoa, that just jumped way on me. My chat just, okay. Okay, jumped way up there. I'm way behind, folks. I'm trying to catch up a little bit. I'm going to skip through a lot as I can't read all his messages. Writing is a full birth skip with parents' names. Well, why wouldn't you have that stuff on there, Napoleon? You should have the parents' names on there. It doesn't make any sense to me. Right? Lynn Horn is here. Wish my boyfriend will also say let's go because everyone is fearing for the lifestyle and safety. Okay. See Oak with no chin. That's the guy. Wish my boyfriend. Okay, got it. Freelance Kate. Sir, what does Sir is going to happen when President Trump will meet? What's going to happen? Who can predict that? Ramaphosa is probably going to lecture Trump. Trump's going to get tired of it, and they'll probably Rasul him or Zelensky him. Yeah, MSNBC is terrible. I wouldn't watch it. You can apply for birth certificate, home affairs. Do not know the cost. I don't know it either. He's a bottom feeder. Hey, Ants, how you doing, man? Good to see you there. Detailed birth certificate with both parents. Why would you not have anything but the parents? Okay, Valerie says, thank you for the answer, Colonel. Some of us don't have our parents' death certificate or ID numbers. I don't have my parents' death certificates. I don't have them. My mother just died a couple of years ago. Why would I have her death certificate? Ben Puggeter. I'm not part of that family anymore. I left the home a long time ago. When did President Trump say there was a genocide in South Africa? When did he say that? Because they're claiming he said that. I never heard him say that. When did he say it? Francois Diego, 14 Rand. Thank you for that. Josar Smith, $5. Post shared, remaking it more difficult to obtain passports and truth reports. Okay. I don't know. I haven't seen that post. I don't know who posted it. You know, I can't comment on something I haven't seen or I don't know the provenance of. But we've suggested this could be the case all along, that there would always be people who slow roll your passports. And that's why I told you, go get a passport. And all I got was belly, oh, it's so much money. It's 600 Rand. I can't afford that. Well, boy, mucking plan, man. Get off your ass and come up with a plan. Drop the cigarettes, stand on the street corner, borrow some money, talk to somebody, sell something you have, and get your money and get a freaking passport instead of whining about it. Good Lord, you think the truck doors whine? Oh my God, we have to get rid of our house and move into the unknown. Oh crap, what are we going to do? We don't have any money for mealy meal or pup. What are we going to do? Make a plan. Stop the belly aching. Get off your ass and make it happen. God, I mean, I tell you, look, I have not cocked out any Afrikaners for this bullshit, but it's time to get cocked out for this. Instead of whining about you have no money, do something about it. Do something about it. Anyway, sorry. I've had enough of that nonsense. I've listened to that for 3 months. Profanity is fine. Gifted memberships came out there. Dingbat doorknobs, indeed. Wonder why wife is not in South Africa. I did just mad today. Reply. I don't know what you're talking about, that Mariki. His wife. Oh, his wife. Okay, I don't know. Righteous rant, says Sean Noah. You're welcome, Dion Labaskatni. Sanctimonious peace. A fly just landed here and I killed him. That was a bad spot though. I had right there on the table by my finger. Give him a toffee. And this guy is supposedly married to a white girl from South Africa. Exactly. Yackles gave 350 Rand. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. We didn't have both names in our old birth certificates in the old days, only the mother. We call the new one unabridged. Thank you, Vanessa. That explains it. So for some reason, South Africans didn't know who their father was. Now you need to know who your father is, so it's called unabridged. That explains it. We don't have any such thing. You get a birth certificate, done and dusted. If the father's unknown, the father's unknown. Steve Hofmeyer opened up to the Trump and other Boer as well. We need a president like Trump. What did Hofmeyer say? What are you talking about? I just saw Steve. Chinless dude or death wish. Does he even understand that there will soon be 800,000 male Afrikaners in his neighborhood? Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you for the Wyatt Arm will be knocking on his door. What a dipshit. Did these people not get, this is forever what they say? Really? Well, I went to the colonel's thing. It was disappointing. It was a complete waste of time. Really? Tell that to the 1,500 other people who've gone to my meet and greets. I'm sure there are a few people disappointed because I didn't spoon feed them and give them what they wanted to hear. I told them the truth. But you know what? If you're disappointed in me because you came what I had to say, to hear what I had to say, and you're disappointed because you heard the truth, well, that's too bad. You can't handle the truth. That's your problem, buddy, not mine. I saw the press release. It's not from Fikeli Mabalula. Somebody said it's from the press spokesman. It's just a bunch of nonsense. They're desperate. They're desperate. Zenobi's having a good laugh. Okay, Sue Walsh, I don't hear. There are so many people like the one you're talking about. Just ignore the middle and not stop. Yep. So that guy is a moron. However, my question is, why is this process was expedited versus other places where the refugee program? Teddy Black, excuse me. See, you're coming. I don't take this personally, but I've dealt with so many of these stupid comments that came up that are similar to what you're asking here today, but they were statements, not questions. You're asking a legitimate question. Why isn't, dude, are you on another planet? 3.1 million people have come to America under the Refugee Resettlement Program since 1980 under the Immigration Nationality Act. 3.1 million people, almost all of them are people of color from places like Sudan and Somalia and all over. The exceptions are Bosnia-Herzegovina and recently Ukraine. But the only place white people came from. And they came under Clinton from Bosnia, and they came under Biden from Ukraine. So Democrats brought the white people, not the Republicans. Republicans brought the brown people. It goes on all the time. What are you talking about, man? Trump processed hundreds of thousands of brown people as refugees during his term. So I don't understand your question, Teddy. We'd help other people do some good. We've been doing good everywhere else. Why do people begrudge these people who are suffering in South Africa? Why? Because they're white? That's bigotry and racism beyond belief. I've had enough of it. I'm not going to stand for this bullshit anymore. People are people. Stop the fucking nonsense. Oh, they're white, so they don't deserve protection. Fuck that. That's bullshit. That's total bullshit. I'm sick of bigots and haters. They can all fuck off. You know what? This isn't for you, Teddy. This is for those people. Here's the bugger off Bonnie. Take the message. Trump brought hundreds of thousands of people of color in the country from broke-ass countries. Did he get any credit for it? No. Biden brought white people in from Ukraine. Nobody said anything about that. Nobody said anything about that. What a crock. What a total crock. No, you didn't miss anything, Sam. Ismail. Godzilla, there's no work. What are you talking about? There's no work. We don't believe soy boys. Hey, Miranda. Need to teach more swear words and Afrikaans. Yeah, it would be a good time for those things. Glennis Stevens, South Africans are not scared to work. My unabridged birth certificate took 13 months. Well, Home Affairs is getting cleaned up under Leon Schreiber, so maybe it won't take so long now. Carlos says, he's saying that we're going to have to work in the U.S. Well, gosh, that sounds wonderful. Exactly. Mariki, welcome to you. Wow, that's so nice for Thea. Yep. Can I just say, I know everyone is angry at this little nonsense, but you should not get angry, counter, argue him, show him what he's really. I'm angry. I'm not angry. I'm angry at the stupidity. I'm not angry. Dude, you guys, when I'm angry, you'll know I'm angry. There are a few people here that watch me when I watch that innocent woman who guarded her infant being executed by black thugs during the Black Lives Matter nonsense. They just murdered her in the streets of Chicago. That's the day I was angry. You want to see me angry? That's when I was angry. Kalpani Sony, welcome to you. Yes, please, Ron, if you can just give your opinion on their plan B if they lock stop our passports. There is a plan B. The U.S. government can make arrangements, but again, you have to get through South African immigration. Otherwise, they're going to have to let you go from another country. Jacked Up says, if it's so bad in the U.S., why am I working in the U.S. for 10 years? Maybe because you're too lazy to do physical work yourself. Huh? Don't think I've ever heard you so pissed off. A lot of us feel the same. No, I'm not. I've been far more pissed off than this. This is mellow. Ask the OGs. They know. You want to see me mad? I can hurl the profanity with the best of them, and I can sling and I can eviscerate people verbally if I'm really mad. So I'm not really mad. Heinrich, as Tom McDonald said, you complain about capitalism while sipping on a Starbucks and tweeting from an iPhone. Yeah, exactly. That's what this moron was doing. No Starbucks, though. How can I make a donation to the refugees that arrive? Josar, I don't know how you would go about that unless you want to make a donation to. If you want to make a donation to Thea, I can make that happen. If you do the following, if you want to make a donation to Thea, make a donation to make a super chat. Okay. First off, for those who don't know, we did this. We did this in December. I don't like doing this sort of thing, but we did this in December for someone who was robbed in Pretoria West. She's handicapped. She was robbed. We raised a whole bunch of money. Now, I sent the money to her, but that meant it took money out of my pocket, and I matched it because I lose 1/3 of your super chat to YouTube, and then I have to pay taxes on the remaining half. So, but if you want to do that, you can do it. I'm not going to put you in touch with Thea, but if you want to raise money for Thea to help her out, but I mean, if she's getting $90,000 a year job, she'll probably be okay. But anyway, so I don't know the answer for that right now. Of your face burn weren't too bad. No, I'm pretty good. Look at this. It's already gone. It's pretty good. A week and 5 hours of sun. We can't thank you enough. Well, Willem Duckett, I think that's the meet and greet that this Deuce went to. He said, I was disappointed. Really poor for not having maids? What a tit, exactly. It's a silver spoon, this baby. Yep. If the colonel drops one more F-bomb, we're going to need a UN peacekeeping mission. Oh, my goodness. Well done, Thea. Okay. That guy wouldn't survive a week in South Africa. Exactly. If it's so bad, why did he leave? He can come to exactly and come to South Africa. He hates the U.S. so much. President Donald Trump will listen to President. No, I don't think he will. I don't think he'll listen to Ron Posen. No, nobody did the application. I'm going to be very clear about that, Logan Moonin. How could you have done the application unless you filled it out since 8 o'clock yesterday morning from the website? If you haven't done that, then you haven't applied. Nobody. I'm going to make this very clear, and I've been saying this since February 7th. You have not applied. Sending an email is not an application. It was you was expressing your interest, and they interviewed 100 people from that group. It means nothing more than that. You don't get to sit around. If you think you're going to sit around because you got an automated reply from an email you sent in February, and you're going to wind up in the refugee program, I'm going to tell you something. You're sort of mistaken. Unless you were interviewed, you're not going to get anywhere unless you go put an application in. Simple as that. Go do it. LB says we're getting unfiltered Chris Wyatt. Mr. Thorne, welcome to you. Jackals, 250 rand, thank you. Something for some data, thank you. USA, welcome to exploit my 2 associate degrees in engineering manufacturing. Client, I think it's what the YouTube page called, visit the page about the left, the same thing as about refugees. No, they're not patriots. They hate America. It's fear-mongering, exactly. People should report these horrible people attacking our people. Yep. Hi, Chris. Just want to check in. When will you be in? That's Thursday, Philip Kutsia. Thursday at 4 p.m. at Im Eimer in Somerset West. That'll be the last meet and greet on this trip. Madeline, welcome to you. Caliboja Gloria. They are not going to have black domestic workers, no wars, no controlling. Huh? What the hell does that mean? Awesome video on Facebook today. A lady from South Africa had been in the USA for 3 years. Okay. Stefan, hopefully this first batch going over the USA will make the family also interested, at least consider it. Well, hopefully for you, if that's what you want. Teddy said, why didn't expedite this process in particular in other countries also sending refugees a new format? Okay, Teddy, once again, uninformed. It's not a new format. Dude, why are you making that assumption? It's not a new format. Refugee programs exist under the Immigration Nationality Act of 1980. There's nothing new here. The only thing that's different here is that this is a in-country refugee status. Refugees are not people in a country. You don't evacuate people from a country and call them refugees. They're internally displaced persons. In order to be a refugee, you have to leave the country and go to a safe haven in a neighboring country where you register as a refugee with the United Nations High Commission of Refugees. However, U.S. law allows for the Congress, the Secretary of State, or the President to designate a group of people or someone for refugee status in country. We did it for Cuba, we did it for Bosnia and Herzegovina, and a handful of other cases, but they rarely do it. And I can tell you, I actually talked U.S. government officials today about this particular topic. I haven't done it the whole trip, I haven't done it previously. I talked to U.S. government officials about this today in the State Department, and in fact, they confirmed that it's been a long time since they've done this. So PRM, that's the Department of Population, Resettlement, and Migration, which is responsible for refugee issues, not the State Department, not the people working at the consulate in Durban or Joburg on Santon Drive or in the consulate in Cape Town or at the embassy. They don't do this. They have day jobs, folks. They facilitate relations between the U.S. trade, U.S. public relations, visas for officials like Julius Malema, things like that. and your tourist visas. That's their job. They're not there to help you with refugees. They have a day job. They can't have time for this nonsense. There's a whole department, State Department that does this. And they don't do in-country status very often. And it wasn't expedited, Teddy. Where do you get expedited? That's a statement you're making without any evidence. Where are the facts and evidence? It's not being expedited here. The program was drawn up. They did a test case. They interviewed people for proof of concept. They executed proof of concept. And when they executed proof of concept, they published the program. February, March, April, May 7th. It took over 90 days. 90 days. That's not expedited. It's not expedited. They already have an existing program. They modified an in-country program for something they haven't done in a long time. Teddy, I don't know where you're getting this from. Who's telling you this bullshit? I didn't see Trump and Saudi. Adam, welcome to you. Theodore, the negativity is not bothering me. What bothered me is Afrikaners screwing Afrikaners over. Let me loose in the USA. South African farm girl, Gloria, I clean my house, work and attend to kids just fine on my own. No need for who needs a domestic worker? Black folks in South Africa have domestic workers. I don't know why this has turned into a race thing. The black middle class and wealthy have all kinds of black domestic workers. No one ever talks about that. More than 900,000 cybersecurity vacancies. Yep. Exactly, Steon. You're going to be good. Is there any way to thank President Trump? I don't know how you do that. LMC is because Biden didn't shut down other refugee programs. Ukrainians were in active war zone. Yeah. No, that's not why. Nice try, LMC. Trump didn't shut down the other programs. You're full of crap. He suspended them for 90 days. He didn't shut them down. If you're going to lie, at least use the correct terminology. Trump didn't cancel those programs. They still exist. And the people who are in the hopper to come over from Kenya, to come over from wherever, are coming over now. Now, why is the media covering that? Why aren't they talking about the people who are now coming over, who are processed, who didn't get to come over in January? See, LMC, it's a bunch of bullshit. A bunch of bullshit. Of course, we're not going to cover that because Trump bringing in Kenya or Somalis isn't newsworthy. Let's just do it to white people because you're all fucking racist. Yeah, when white people come, you don't give a fuck about them, do you? But when the black folks come, we just ignore it. We just don't pay attention to it. 3.1 million people of color come to this country, and you ain't got shit to say. You don't praise anybody. But one fucking white person comes to America, and you lose your fucking minds. Unless Biden lets him in. The West Coast town of Feltriff needs your honest speaking. Thank you for telling the truth. Watched that video of that dipshit last night. Well, I've been in Feltriff. We had coffee with the colonel there. Son don't care about cooling. He wants his PlayStation. That's funny. Chinese refugees. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the Uyghurs. His wife is Afrikaans. She should give him a PK. Am I going to apply to be a refugee? I don't know. I'd get a free flight to the States. I like that. It's cheaper than what I'm doing. I missed a couple super chats here. Sorry about that. I'm trying to go back and catch them. Wow, I missed a few super chats. Okay. So Pete Kurtz gave a membership. Thank you for that. Scientific, could you analyze the situation? How we'll review it. Dual national South Africa with another passport that cannot speak the language of the country. Other country offers no support. Oh, well, it doesn't matter whether you can speak the language of the country or not. It depends whether the country's a safe haven or not. That could have a bearing whether you go. Helena Solomon. Hope there's going to be a live feed in Trump. Yeah, I doubt it. Enjoy Table 13 was my favorite spot in Stanford. Okay, thank you for that. Eben and Maria, great hosts. I met Eben tonight and he brought me a burger. Okay, Hendo. Okay, what else we got here? And then gifted membership. Leslie Ann Moon gave a gifted membership. Thank you for that. Oh, there's my PayPal account. Somebody want to send some money to it. Hendo put it up there, www.chris@outlook.com. Automated email for interest said to wait and see the refugee websites for updates. Well, it's there now, Pete. So what are you waiting on? I've already said this at the beginning. Go apply. It's there. It's there. The only form we had was the interest form that was released on Monday. Nothing else. Hope we didn't miss anything. No, that's what you do, Liz. That's it. That's not an interest form, a statement of interest. Isn't that what it's called? God bless it. think it's called a statement of interest. That's it. That's it. That's what they have on Monday. That's what you go. That's what you do. But people sent emails back in February, March, and now they're asking, do they have to wait? You need to do it again. Jackal's 35 rand. ANC all natural. VidCunt. It's the VidCunt. VidCunt. Yep. Somerset West. Would you guys like to hear a little bit of what Thea had to say? I'll be at M. Eimer on Thursday at 4 p.m. Thank you for asking. PayPal, PayPal takes almost nothing. I mean, they take a couple percent, that's it. YouTube takes 30%. Silent Joe, I am in South Africa. Okay, if you expressed interest with email, now you need to apply. They opened yesterday. Hey Army, what's going on, man? How you doing? You doing better? Founder says, you look nervous. Are you turning into an Afrikaner now? Always looking around for that something to happen in a second. What are you talking about? Who looks nervous? What are you talking about, dude? I need a finger bunny. Yeah, I know. The finger bunny's cool. This came from Thea, by the way. This is my gift she gave me when she gave the bugger off bunny when she came to be interviewed by me. It's hilarious because people are like, she's not Afrikaans. Look at that. She's got an American accent. Seriously, she's not South African. What a bunch of nonsense. Blue state turned to red. Well, I don't know about that. Go back to America, you're racist. Oh, look at that. Here's a moron. Hey, buddy, why don't you let go of your penis, okay? Why don't you let go of your penis? All right? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Mr. Manq. You know, you've got 24 hours now to masturbate. Then you can come back, you know, if you can hang on that long. If you don't go blind between now and then because you're pulling on your pud. Ooh, baby, pull on it. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, Mr. Manq. Ooh, buddy. Yeah. Who's the racist here, dipshit? You're a fucking racist. Because of what you call me. You don't know anything about my views. You're about as bright as a 2-watt light bulb. And all that blood that doesn't make it from your nether regions to your brain is probably the reason why. If you weren't a serial masturbator, Mr. Manq, you might be better off calling people racist. You know, screw you, buddy. Ice fine. I'll pass. Yes, I do know their put. Okay, do you guys want to hear what she had to say? Let me go down here. Do you guys want? Okay, so there's Colonel Zendry said your body will be hurt tonight and tomorrow, but feel better on Thursday. I feel pretty good right now, but yeah, well, that was fantastic. Now that's how you spell her name, Zendry. Okay, that's who treated me today. Okay. Pete Kurtz of 14 Rand. Click on thumbs up for this video. Thank you for that. I've already said where I'm going to meet and greet several times. Tomorrow we're doing in Stanford, probably at 4 o'clock. I'll decide. Yeah, probably 4 o'clock at table 13 tomorrow if you want to come to Stanford. The one in Somerset West will be in Mimer at 4 p.m. on Thursday. Hello, Colonel. Passport expire in 2029. Do you think it'll be better to apply for new? I think you're fine, Rihanna. It's 2025. How amazing how little airtime last farmers received. Yeah, that's right, Ike. Samantha says, thank you. I love your no-nonsense approach. I wish you'd come. Well, Samantha, you're just going to have to come up with some money to send them over there, one way or another. Keep us updated past 3 months. Okay. Okay, if I get, what's this? If I get deported. Quick, 28-year-old born in South Africa, lived my whole life, school, grew up, I've been called such names. Hey, black people, where's this name? I have no idea what you're saying there, maximum no limits. Guys, I'm off my mobile phone. There's no way I can send it to you. And the data here, I mean, it's like 200 kilobytes best. It's not enough for me to do stuff. It's just shared in the WhatsApp groups and the Telegram. Maybe if Hendo or one of the guys could put it in Telegram group. Yep. And Hendo's the one who put that list together. The one you guys are talking about. Hendo put that list together, and I reviewed it and approved it. Yeah. Wow, the profanity is fantastic. I want more. Helena Solomon, thank you. My wife is Kosa. We have a 7-year-old daughter. Could you please tell me if my wife and daughter? Yes, of course, to be eligible. You're an Afrikaner. Are you an Afrikaner or an ethnic minority? Yes. Yes. Your daughter's colored or mixed race, so she gets to go too. Yep. They don't break up nuclear families. Narina Keeney says 140 Rand. Thank you for that. It's your first super chat. Thank you so much for that. Can hear that you are being attacked by leftists. You should have an animated bugger off bunny that runs across your screen. I need that. Somebody make me an animated bugger off bunny. The bunny runs around, the finger pops up. It gives you the finger. That'd be cool if it was on the bottom of the screen. Is somebody good at graphics here? The bunny popping around down here, and then bugger off bunny. That'd be cool. All right. So I have a few things from Thea, which I'm going to put into a video, but I haven't had time to do that. So let me just go real quick. I downloaded them and converted to MP3s real quick. Let me see if I can find the MP3. It says MP4. It should be MP3. That's not what I'm looking for. Where is downloads? Where's Thea's folder at? There it is, Thea. Okay, I'm looking for... Oh, she went off on this guy. She went off on this guy. No, that's not it. Where are the MP3 files at? Where the heck? Huh. That's odd.
Colonel, I've been watching some of the stuff that's going on there, and I think it's important that we get the message out there to the folks back home. First things first, calm down. Just take a deep breath and calm down. People are running around like a bunch of ants in a rainstorm and jumping to conclusions, and everybody is now becoming an expert. When we got here, the first priority was to get us into a place where we can settle, where we can get rest, because nobody can take in information after being on the road for such a long time, being bombarded everywhere. I mean, we're getting inundated. Folks must remember, we're still trying to find our feet here. We're still trying to get our equilibrium. It's a big world. There's a lot of new stuff going on, and we will get the information to you as quickly as we can. I mean, right now here it's 5:45 in the morning, and I've been giving you information since 4 o'clock when I could get communication going. We will make it a priority today to get stable communications going so that we can get the information out there. People, just please calm down. The most important thing I wanted to say is, yes, you do need a passport. You're not going to be able to leave the country without a passport.
There you go. There's your answer. I don't understand, Stefan, what you're talking about. Either you being a troll here? Im Eimer. I suppose you don't speak German, and that's your excuse.
Okay? You're not going to be able to get into the US without a passport. They ask for that little piece of information all the time, so you need a passport. First, get your application in. While they're processing the application, go and sort your passport and the rest of your documentation out. So stop panicking. The program is just opened. Stop panicking. There's lots of time. Take a deep breath. Stop running around. I will get the information to you as soon as I can, when I can. We have a meeting again with our contacts here at 10 o'clock this morning. As soon as I have more information about what the next steps are, I will let you know. But please, everybody, just calm down. Calm down. Stop running around like a bunch of ants. We will get the information to you. Watch Colonel Wyatt's channel. I will communicate with him. He's the only one I'm communicating with. I'm also organizing a lot of other folks to communicate with him so that they can echo what I'm saying. Please calm down, folks. This is fine. It's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. I will get the information to you as soon as I've got more. I don't have the time to sit and just give stuff out at the moment, because we've got organizing to do on this side as well. As soon as we've got more information, I will let you know. But please, people, just calm down, okay? Don't listen to all the crap that's going on out there. Just keep focused on us. We here, we've got first-hand information. We've got first-hand experience. Let us guide you. That's what we're here for. We are here to help you, to make it easier for you so that you don't have to go through what we're going through. So just calm down, watch the Colonel's channel. I will give the information through to him, and he can relay accurate, up-to-date, detailed information. All right, I gotta go.
Okay, that was Thea. It was one of her voice notes to me. Let me find another one here. That was that one. Hang on. One of these
idiots. Just to respond to this freaking idiot.
That's the video
who posted this video about his quote unquote wife that is from South Africa. Well, it is not my fault that you are morons and that you are feeding from the bottom of the barrel, because with my qualifications,
listen,
the jobs that we are going to be looking at tomorrow, and there's about 4,000 of them in this area
4,000
that I
jobs.
can start with or that I can apply for. I will be earning between 90,000 and maybe 145,000 a year. So if that is feeding at the bottom of the barrel, then hell, you guys come and flip burgers. And we were briefly chatting about this on the plane as well. I mean, if you really don't want to do white collar work, you can flip burgers or share coffee at what is that Starbucks place?
Starbucks.
For $20 an hour.
Yeah, plus college tuition.
Hello, that is more money than we make back in South Africa. And I mean, a lot of people cannot find work in South Africa. Here you can pick and choose where the hell you want to go and work. If you're not lazy, and that's probably what this guy's wife is, and him too, which is why he does.
So who's this loser here? Who's the loser? Miss my thoughts. Trump said the genocide this morning. Colonel, why do you have to be so derogatory? Disgusting, actually. Oh, miss my thoughts. Oh, is it past your bedtime at 9:53? Come here, come here. Come here, Leafy. Come here, Leafy. My little Leafy, my thoughts. Your feelings hurt? Did we hurt your feelings with the big words? I'm so sorry. Oh, my Leafy. Come here. My Leafy. Oh, my Leafy. Your feelings is hurt. Is the bad words hurting your feelings? You should not a big boy. You're not a big boy, my Leafy. Oh, my Leafy. So sad for you. No, I'm sorry. Oh, I guess your feelings are hurt. I guess we have to give you a timeout. Oh, my Leafy, so disgusting. Then F off. Ruben Longwane says, okay, sorry. What are you sorry for, Ruben? What happened? Boy, the trolls are pouring in now, aren't they? The joke's on you. I get hours watched and views. The joke's on you. Again, I never heard Trump say genocide. Are you thick? Is there earwax in your ears? They're my thoughts. What did I say? I've been on the road all day. I asked when, and you got to be snarky to me. Buddy, I think you need the parents of the bugger off bunny. My thoughts. Oh, my little Leafy. Lukey gave 140 rand. Thank you. I'm okay. Thank you for sending it. I appreciate it. When did I get a chance to be interviewed, guys? I don't know, Earl. You don't know. How would anybody know that? This house is sold. Wow, Tomahawk. That's crazy. It really seems that there's a global ideology of hatred against white people. Yep. The native Europeans are refugees in their own countries, especially in England. Joe Mayo had Phil Craig on for those staying in the Cape and the Pensacola and Air Roads Pioneer Dish is getting attention. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not getting any more attention. I'm being facetious, Gerard. Where did the bunny touch you? My thoughts. Press conference, whatever. Trump called it. Okay, thank you, Blackcurrant. That's what I asked. And he said it was today. It wasn't today. So see, you're not even right. My thoughts. It was yesterday. DHA department has deals with. I know what DHA is. I've heard it. Department of Home Affairs. I guess that's what that is. Okay. Okay. Troll level professional. My dad will get along with you quickly. Okay. All right. Look, it's not what that I want to leave. Okay. Where's your ouchie? They did say in her interview, get your married if you're divorced. Yeah, exactly. You got to have that. You must have all the certificates. Stop it, Colonel. You're laughing. For those who completed the statement of interest form, did you get any automated response? I don't think you get an automated response. I don't know that. Bergmeister, welcome. Thank you very much for the super chat. Colonel, I was 100% on board with the refugee program until I heard about the cocktails of vaccines I have to get. Okay, so Pedro Luna, you have a problem with measles, mumps, rubella vaccination and hepatitis A and C. You have a problem with that. Then I guess you're out. You want to die from infectious diseases, that's on you. These are required infections in America. You don't want to come, it's fine. Iceman's in California. Hey, Lizzie. Not going to be in Huntsby. I'm going to be in Stanford, 4 o'clock tomorrow, table 13. $70 ran from Bergmeister. Smash the like button. Thank you. Thank you. You're a solid rock of truth. No one can silence you. Well, they try. Tom, nice to meet you. Open Plus too. Open Plus was a huge success. We had 253 people there. Jason Bernard. These trolls have nothing better to do but complain until we hear about the next group. I think I'll just interference. What's that? Okay. Heinrich Johannes Swanepoel, USA, going again later this year. They advertise jobs on board. Yep. What is your assessment threat level in minority South Africa? It's very high, Rob. My daughter really wants to go. Okay. It's barely earning the lowest figures when forced out of my job. I haven't been able to get jobs since 2008. Karen, that's crazy. Come, my leafy. Snake Pliskin. Where did I find it? Well, the questionnaire is Hendo will have to post it. I don't see Hendo here tonight. Guys, again, I'm on my mobile, using mobile data here because the internet sucks. It sucks buttermilk. It's really, really, really bad. It's the worst internet I've had in South Africa yet. I'm sure it meets their needs here, but it doesn't meet my needs. I have a business need. It requires much more bandwidth. You want to go to the bathroom, but you don't want to miss anything. If you're still in South Africa. Okay, Silent Joe, why do you keep asking that same question? I've answered it 3 times. If you put it one more time, I'll give you a timeout. You'll drive to Stanford, table 13 times. Okay, Lizzie, sounds good. Yeah, exactly, Army. You know, MMR vaccines have been given their childhood vaccinations, so are hepatitis vaccinations. So I don't know what the problem is. Heinrich, they're going all over the country, dude. I said that already. They're going all over the country. I'm not going to tell you where until they tell me. I know where Thea's at. I know exactly where she's at right now. I'm not going to tell you until she's comfortable. Arctic is probably flying right now. I'll take whatever it give me, okay? Hendo is alive. Is he really? Zandrea De Beer, welcome to you. If you say 12 months on the submission, that will give you the impression you're not threatened. No, I don't think so, Amanda Brown. It just means you have things you have to unwind. How long have you grown the beard? Well, my profile, the problem with that question is that this beard is cut. The beard was at my navel. It took 17 months to reach from nothing to my navel. And this beard has been trimmed up from my navel, worked its way up slowly month after month after month. And it's about the shortest height it's been since 2021. So, Iceman. When I finished that, welcome for Lekka Coffee. What's Eon EME? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what you're saying, Deanna Lamaskakni. It doesn't make any sense. So, is that a typo to correct what you're saying? Do you have any videos on beekeeping? I do, Steve Herselman. I made videos. The first time I actually ever did actual beekeeping as a qualified beekeeper was at Somerset West. Immediately after I finished the program at Michigan State University, I came to South Africa weeks later and did the first beekeeping experience with South African beekeepers and your nasty Africanized honeybees. Did that in Somerset West. It's on the channel. Just look for it. Yep. Dr. Yaku Duplessis just joined and just wanted to find out if all the participants would need an unabridged person. Well, that's what Thea said. Okay. Did you see that State Department briefing had a question about why UNHCR weren't asked to assist? I don't know what that was about. But I did find this story, which I want to cover very quickly. And these people are racist and bigots. The Episcopal Church says it won't help Trump resettle white South Africans. I encourage all Christians to abandon this racist church. Church is ending its refugee resettlement deal with the government rather than resettle Afrikaners it feels were given preferential treatment. The Episcopal Church is a racist, anti-white, anti-Christian scumbag organization. The Episcopal Church ending its refugee resettlement program with the government rather than comply with a federal directive to help resettle white South Africans, citing its steadfast commitment to racial justice and reconciliation. How is that racial justice when you're racist against white people? Church decision Monday, the same day that dozens, Church's presiding bishop said in a letter that the U.S. refugee admissions program has essentially shut down since January with no refugees arriving and hundreds of staff laid off. Then several weeks ago, Trump administration told Church to be expected to resettle white Afrikaners under the terms of its federal grant. Of course, the problem with this is that these racist shitheads don't read what the program says. To be eligible for this program, it's not white, you fucking morons. To be eligible for U.S. resettlement consideration, individuals must meet all the following criteria. Number one, must be South African nationality and must be of Afrikaner ethnicity or a member of a racial minority in South Africa. That's not white, you dipshits, you dingbat doorknobs. Stupid people should wear signs. That way you wouldn't ask them questions. Here's your sign. Member of a racial minority. That's not just Afrikaners. That's 6 to 8 million coloreds, 1.3 million Indians, and 2 million white South Africans who aren't Afrikaners. You lying sacks of horse doo-doo. So you see they're racist because they're going to save a couple white people, so it must be evil. Hey, Episcopal Church, you're not Christians, you're fuckwads. Say hello to my friend, the Bugger Off Bunny. Say hello to my little friend. Episcopal Church. What a bunch of scumbag racists. Rose said the church wouldn't do so given the highly unusual manner in which the federal government selected the white South Africans to receive preferential treatment over many others who have been waiting in camps in dangerous conditions for years. Said the church would end its refugee resettlement grants with the government by the end of the fiscal year. Cut them off now. Cut them off now. Don't give another penny. I'm saddened and ashamed that many of the refugees who are being denied in the United States are brave people who worked alongside the military in Iraq and Afghanistan. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And now face danger at home because of their service to our country. We left Iraq 10 years ago. If they can get out in the last 10 years, they're dead. Episcopal Church, what a bunch of scumbags. What a bunch of racist scumbags. I hope people abandon this so-called church that's anti-Christian and hates white people. We're exposing these shitheads now. Enough of this nonsense. These anti-Christian, anti-white scumbags. Now, Victoria O'Regan does a pretty decent report here in the Daily Maverick. Yeah, pretty decent. Of course, she gets facts wrong. Of the more than 8,000 requests from Afrikaners registered in becoming refugees, U.S. identified 100 who potentially be approved. It wasn't 8,000, it was 30,000. Yep. But that's all right. She does a pretty good job. How come no one's reporting? Now, she reports in her story here, in South Africa, you can read it, member of a racial minority. She gets it right, but no emphasis or focus on that. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Here's the quote from Trump. There's a genocide that's taking place you people don't want to write about. Okay, here he said it. But my thoughts, feelings were hurt. So, my leafy. Come, my leafy. Come. Poor little thing. Yeah, so that's where it's at. Anyway, so here's the op-ed in Al Jazeera. Why is Trump giving white South Africans refugee status? He gave all South Africans or ethnic minorities refugee status. Trump stirs conspiracy by calling out for Congress a minority group descended from Dutch colonists, victims of genocide. They're not descended from Dutch colonists. No. They're descended from Germans, and then Dutch, and then Huguenots and Khoisan, which makes them African. Yes, this one got it correct. This is the only news story that got it correct. On Monday, 59 white South Africans arrived as part of a refugee program set up by President Trump. Yep. How is Washington justifying special treatment for African refugees under the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1980? Read it. Weep it. Most commentators agree that racism persists today, with many black people disproportionately lacking access to land, resources, and opportunities. Black people lack opportunity, resources, land, and opportunities, not because of racism, but because of the ANC. Racism? Spare me. Black people aren't victims of racism in business. Black people aren't victims of racism in education or in jobs for the government or tenders. They're the beneficiaries of it. The elite caterer that gets it. Racism isn't why black people are poor. The ANC is why black people are poor. It's the bottom line there. Wow. So Rama Moses insisted that the law for expropriation does not amount to land confiscation, but creates a framework for fair redistribution by allowing authorities to take land in the public interest without compensation, only in exceptional circumstances, like when the area is abandoned. That's a lie. That's a lie. No one abandoned those buildings in CBD of Joburg, but they're going to compensate. They're going to take them anyway. Wow. Al Jazeera. But we know the source. Wow. So Trump finally said genocide. Well, there you go. Now you can cry about Trump saying genocide all you want. He finally said it. Oh, I bet that makes him happy. Wow. Wow. Anyway, so I want to cover that. So that's Al Jazeera. So, you know, our income is about $100,000 a year, which is high salary here, and we barely make it if we had to rent. Well, Kimberly Shireen Bell, I don't know where you live at, and you can't make it $100,000. The average per capita income salary in the town that I live is closer to about $34,000, and nobody's starving in the streets. They all have cars. They all send their kids to school. So I don't know where you live, Manhattan, Atlanta, Los Angeles, that you can't make it $100,000 a year. Something wrong with that picture. So much now the Afrikaners saying that Afrikaners are not refugees. Just started watching. What say you? President Trump has given them refugee status. Therefore, they're refugees if they want to be. That's the end of that conversation. No, you're right, Lindy. They won't report ethnic minorities. They're completely ignoring that. Completely ignoring that. I have to make a video about that. That's what I'll do. Make a video. And I'll upload it onto this to your platform. How does being a refugee affect your travel to South Africa from the US? I don't understand your question, Hashbill. What do you mean? How does it affect it? You're leaving as a refugee, so what travel is there? It lets you get into the country because you have refugee status. I don't understand the question. It doesn't make any sense to me. So much. Okay, I read that. Yeah, they keep saying 49. It's 59, folks. At least the Al Jazeera got it correct. The only outlet I've seen that. If you apply it, it's because you want to. My parents and family still not doing it, but that's their choice. Okay? People's lives are whole because the shit's controlling the country. Maze, if you had the vaccinations and you have a shot record, I don't think it's going to be a problem. You just prove it. And I don't think immunocompromise has nothing to do. Okay, look, I'm not a physician, but you do understand that the vaccines are inert, right? They're not giving you live viruses. This isn't the polio vaccine. They're giving you inert viruses. They're not capable of replicating, but they're identified by your immune system and it builds antibodies. I don't understand your concern, Mace. I don't understand your concern. Antoinette Cronier, I mean, you honestly think we're going to give something to hurt somebody? That doesn't make any sense. Applications become large or threat level minorities increase the U.S. will provide alternative transportation methods such as military planes. Rob, I've answered this question many times, and you're just trying to put me on the spot here. What do you think the answer is? Deanna Lovaskakny, I don't remember your question. Would adult children at home need to apply? They need to apply separately. I've covered that many, many times, Deanna Brand, but I think you're new to the program. Leslie Fontana, may I ask you for the email address, direct inquiries? There's no place to direct your inquiries, Leslie. You're not listening. You're not listening, or you joined late. That time is come and gone. Come and gone. Done and dusted, finishing Clark. You do not send an email. You go to the website and apply. Fill out the application, statement of interest, send it back to them. Done. Yeah, why would you return as a refugee? You were left for a reason. Rob, no one has any feel for how long it lasts. It can be rescinded at any time. It's up to Trump. But the underlying reason for ending it hasn't gone away. So why would he end it? Yeah, lots of new people here suddenly. That's true. Yeah, exactly, Voldy. Why do they have a problem with whites go to predominantly white country? Well, all things considered, I don't know, MP, but normally you're not allowed to come to America under refugee program if you have a safe haven. So if you have Greek nationality or British, then you need to go there. And don't tell me they won't take you. I'm aware of that. I'm just telling you what the law says. But I don't know how it's going to work here. Good night, Mandy. Well, Karen Long, Koya and San are a minority and they're suffering racial oppression. So why wouldn't they be allowed to go? Crystal will never come back. Some of these questions are mind-numbingly ignorant. Your life is on the line. You have internet. Do the research. Exactly, Amazon. It actually does affect Chris. Not a problem. Yes, they are inert. Not okay with flu vaccine containing mRNA. Flu vaccine doesn't contain mRNA. What are you talking about? Silent Joe says, apology, life change. I'm offering a place to stay for a night. I don't understand what you need a place to stay for a night. To whom? No, they can't come back and visit Chris Biko. What are you talking about, man? You can't go back to the place that you fled from, except for extreme circumstances, and they have to get approval. Tina, I'm not aware that they can get a religious and medical exemption to come as refugees. I'm not aware of that. They won't get a religious exemption for a chest x-ray for active TB. Oh, Trump also said if the colors reverse, it'd be all that is. Exactly. They don't want us to stay. They don't want us to go. Yep. Systemic lupus and live vaccines are, live vaccines are dangerous to everybody, but especially the immunocompromised. But inert vaccines aren't. I mean, I don't know what heavy metals. What heavy metals are in these vaccines? Look, if you don't want it, then don't go. But why don't you just apply and find out if you actually have to get it or not? Gifted memberships came flying in. Thanks for that. Do you think that the Lebanese community are also considered a minority group? Lebanese are white. In this country makes you minority. Next question. Under U.S. law, Lebanese and Arabs are considered white. There's no age limit, Razmataz. No age limit. Said this 1,000 times. Well, Hezbollah, ask yourself this question. Do you honestly think the ANC will welcome you back in the country when you fled as a refugee? I mean, I think there's the answer to your question. It doesn't matter what the U.S. says. It's what the South African government would allow. There was, however, some moron who went on to, was it Newsroom Africa, one of these places, and if you come back, you risk your refugee status. That's not true. That's not true. That's a lie. That's a lie. MK Party can't power expect worse than what the ANC is doing now. Valerie, let me know if you come here, as long as you don't mind knowing someone who lives in the worst neighborhood in Utah. The worst neighborhood in Utah, Christine? Where's that at? I've never seen a bad one in Utah, but then I don't know all of them. If a lady doesn't have any qualifications, but has experience, will she get you? What kind of question is that? President Trump is on fire. Welcome, Afrikaners. There's Mike from Philadelphia, folks, a friend of mine. Senator Kennedy, nobody has to worry about getting any weird shots. Exactly. Spicy Software Development, welcome to the team. Thank you for becoming a member. Trump's approval rating is up. Who cares about that? If Ramaphosa implements a law that the parliament passes saying if you leave, you may not return, there will be international pariah. They have no right to do that. You can't strip someone of their citizenship. Morning, Brits, welcome to you. Okay, Morning, what are you asking? You haven't asked anything. Please don't chase me away or block me. I feel very ashamed for asking. As you know, I lost my job. What are you asking, Morning, Brits? You didn't ask anything. ANC is shooting themselves. It's going to escalate. Truth is getting out, just like in apartheid. Yep, you're right about that, Bernard. Please, Chris, tell the people that if you're a refugee in America, you cannot come back to your birthland. Bertie Karan Fenter, you normally cannot until you're no longer a refugee. Once you're a citizen, it doesn't matter. But you normally can't. But that's not a hard and fast rule. You're not coming back here for vacation. No, Mike is not my neighbor, Hugo. He lives 2 hours away from me. William Wheeler, I've answered that many times. You go watch the videos. They're there. indabaafrica.substack.com, or just look for videos under the playlist here for U.S. Refugee Resettlement Program. I made videos. I've covered that. She's worried she won't get a job because everyone says they want qualifications. Who says they want qualifications? Who? Who is everyone? Pay your debt. I don't care if you pay your debt. Is it expensive to ship cars across? Oh, yeah. From Europe, it's not bad. I paid like $400 to ship my car through Volvo, but $1,200 to ship it out of pocket. Yeah, Western Philadelphia suburbs. And my truck to Africa cost $10,000 to send it to Africa. Maximum no limits. If you say one more time you're not leaving South Africa, you're going to be blocked. We got your message the first time and the second time. Yep. Relaxing Poverty says South African minorities terrified of flu vaccine because that's where they draw the line. Not the daily government shafting. Priorities, hey? YouTube is exploding refugee thing. That's why no one is saying it's 49 farmers. What do you mean no one is saying it's 49 farmers? I don't know what you mean, Bernard. My farm works at waiting US makes $3,500 monthly. Don't stress qualifications. Exactly. Doesn't matter if they're a Republican president the next term. It has no impact on this. Yeah, 59 people going to the U.S. cause them lose their minds. Well, Thomas Lombard, you're not supposed to need it. You're a designated group. I don't know. You're going to have to apply and see. Just why people asking these stupid questions? Just apply. Just express your interest. Thank you, Loretta. Morney's asking for donations towards his rent. He's going to be invited. My rent is $6,200. Anyone can make a donation will be deeply appreciated. Okay. Yes, just apply. Yeah, the statement of interest doesn't have a lot of information. It's pretty easy, very simple. Michael, people are making that claim without any evidence. The South African government is making it difficult. People have no evidence of them making the claim. So I don't know. Yes, Daniel. Can I imagine the government crying over 59? Wait till it's 500,000. Then they're going to lose their mind. Oh, Vilma, Vihan, we have no idea. Why don't you just apply? Damn pity I never met you. I was so busy. You're done a great job. Well, Mr. Candu, I don't know where you're at, so I don't really respond to that. 4% unemployment. No, you can't take your car. It's a right-hand drive. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I hadn't thought about the right-hand drive. You can't drive right-handed drive cars here or there. Flights aren't the issue. It's processing people's the issue. There's commercial flights available. That's how you usually go. Because you're not South African. Are you deaf, Ian, now? Are you deaf? I read the program statistics to you. What's so complicated about this? That people can't understand modern standard written English as is read to you. I don't understand what the complication is. Must be South African nationality. Boom, case closed, done. Moving on, next question. Why can't Namibians go? Yeah, I don't know. Why can't they go? Because they're not included in the program. Simple as that. I mean, why are you asking that question? That just doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of stupid questions being asked here. I'm just going to skip over most of them. Silent Joe says, I think you missed the chat. It's not just about refugee permits, some stuff related to the U.S. We're currently offering a place to stay for the night and enjoy a bride. Oh, thank you, Silent Joe, but that really doesn't help me. South Africa is a big country. I have no idea where you're at, and I have a place to stay. You haven't told me where you're even at. But thank you for the generous offer, which I can't take you up on because I have no idea where you're at. Ham Bunny says, Colonels and gentlemen, so I'll say it for him. Like and subscribe, please. Spread this channel. Yep. Well, you guys are now trying. We're actually starting to get a little more traction here. I might have to get this beard shape, but you're running out of time. I'm just a couple days away from departure, and we're now up to 83,000 subscribers, folks. Took a little while, but we're there now. So let me see. 83,125. Still 16,875 away from that beard shaving. And you're running out of time. And as far as the scumbag grifter who claimed that, I must be having a good living from YouTube, my revenue is less than half what it was last month. Less than half. And that's not a way to make a living. So that genius doesn't know what he's talking about. Let me take a look and see here. Did have a good day there. Just 255,000 views on the channel, which is pretty good. But yeah. Excuse me. Anyway. Well, people disappearing now. What is it, late? It's 10:25. Yeah. Anyway. Folks, you notice I'm getting less and less patient with the dumb questions. I can't tolerate them anymore. I've been very generous for 3 months, and people ignored this and didn't come watch the program. Now they want to come here and me. So I'm a little less tolerant than I was. So if that offends people, I'm sorry. That's just too bad. Oh, boy. The executive order is there, folks. It's there. It's there. Excuse me. Oh, bless. I feel you guys are tired. Can't work in America without education. So yeah, that's my problem. Of course you can work in America without education. What are you talking about? Why do you make these assumptions? We have millions of people that don't have high school diplomas. What are you talking about? Stop making assumptions without any facts, okay? I'm sorry to hear that edge leak's done. That's terrible. Rita, you're still here. What's going on? How are you doing? Mark says, at the risk of being who I am, I don't understand that. How did these 59 people get rid of their stuff in such a short time? Well, they didn't. They didn't, Mark. Most of them abandoned everything they owned. Or they're trying to get someone to sell it while they're gone. I don't understand. People don't get how much at risk some people are and how they've suffered. Once again, Thea was attacked on her farm for the 4th time in 2 years, 2 days before she had to go to her appointment. She arrived with a rotator cuff. She could barely move her shoulder and black and blue face. Her eyes were black and blue. The interviewer assumed that she was the victim of domestic abuse. No, she was the victim of a farm attack.
Does not take a video in their house because they're probably living in a FEMA tent. So if you're not lazy, and we Afrikaners are not friggin' lazy, you can make a really good living doing the absolute minimum. We are not impoverished. We are not the poorest of the poor. That is your choice. If you want to be the poor of the poor, then it's your choice. But if you want to be successful, there are so many job opportunities out there. You can literally pick and choose. I mean, I have the opportunity to pick the company's culture that I want to work with. If I don't want to work for a bioengineering company doing marketing, I don't have to do that. I can go and work for a company that sells natural products and do marketing for them. So you can literally choose what you want to do. So
this is a little more from Thea. You're cool, Colonel. You're cool. Well, thank you for that. Fight. We keep talking about the U.S. You won't find on Google. I can tell you that the people in America are incredibly generous and friendly, and most people are people of faith. How many t-shirts this week you all have? I have no idea. No idea. Asking about t-shirts, a stupid question. No, I have no space, folks. I'm gonna have to leave something behind. I mean, I'm already paying $100 for another bag, plus I bought a suitcase for $137, and I'm full. I have no weight, and I have this. I haven't even put my Mahdi's hoodie in there yet, and I have another hoodie. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. I have to leave something behind, leave my toiletries behind or something. Abandon my boots. I don't know. No good. He goes and punch. You're right about that. Hip is a little bit better. I had treatment on it this morning, but it's still a problem. Jules, please like and subscribe. Thank you for 35 Rand. Guys, at the end of the day, we are all looking forward to a better future. Okay. No, I'm not taking any nights off. People's lives are at risk. People are in the balance. Look at all the questions came in tonight that people need answers to. I'm a white South African living in Germany. Can I apply? Not if you're living there permanently. If you're there short term for employment, that's different. Hey, Gary Green. Dina Petzer says, thank you for all you've done telling the truth from home and spreading the word. You're amazing. You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. Thank you. Andre Billion, did I just see Hendo? Oh my goodness, Hendo's awake. Yeah, the gifts you can give me super chat if you want. Yes, I may have to abandon my boots. Guys, I mean, there's just too much. I mean, I came here with only 16 kgs, in one bag. I have 25 kgs, so it's overweight in one bag and 19 in another. So I can take 2 off and transload it. That makes it 21 and 23. But I still have a problem because I probably got 12 or 15 more kgs of stuff that I'm going to have to abandon here. I appreciate all the gifts, but guys, I can only do so much with them, you know? Like here, this place, I got a gift of honey. I'm not going to be able to take the honey with me. People already give me tons of honey. You can't take that back. Club Duvet is calling. Okay. Yeah, so many people now know about the refugee program. Exactly. People that were hiding before. The raspiness in your voice concerns me. Please make sure you get rest and drink tons of juice and hot water with lemon. Well, that's going to be hard where I'm staying at, but thank you. Hey, Bernard. What's going on, man? Seriously, though, massive thanks again, Colonel. In a world of sugar-coated nonsense, you're the flaming sword of no BS. Keep it swinging. Well, thank you. Ruben Longwane. Go sleep, Chris. Okay, first, Kimberly Shireen Bell, stop. You won't be deported for not having a license. You'll be fined, depending on the state. The states can't deport you. So let me just see, that's just fake news. Kimberly Shireen Bell, the Iceman, you also need a state business license. Otherwise, they catch up to you and you could be deported for not following the law. Because any business you run must collect taxes for the state. Well, states cannot deport you, so that's a lie. A state cannot deport you. Only the federal government can deport you. The federal government is not going to deport you for not paying state taxes. That's nonsense. Doesn't matter if your spouse is not a South African citizen, Kaylee. If you are one of those things, an Afrikaner or an ethnic minority in this country, you qualify. Okay? Piece of cake. No, you don't qualify, Adele. You don't qualify. Sounds like you're in a safe haven. Why would you get to come to America? You're already safe. You're welcome, Daniel. Is Charles Van Olsen here? Geraldine Wesley. Yes, I'm still in South Africa. I'm in the Western Cape. No, I can't abandon Pikachu. I'm going to have to find some way that I can do Pikachu. Who needs a visa? What do you want to take off my hands there, Charles? The wine? How long will passports be a necessity? Into perpetuity. South African government doesn't let you leave the country unless you have a passport. Tuni van Wyk, you just tuned in late. Ignore it. It's not a lot of comments, it's a few people. My back is fine, Dee Dee. It's never been a problem. Ron Posa says refugees are cowards. Yeah, what has Ron Posa ever done to prove his manliness? Nothing. My country security manager of a big international company. Do you think similar job? I don't know what that means. What is a country security manager? That doesn't mean anything to me, Tibet Ron. I don't know how to answer your question. Hi, Rishwanga. Michael Van Heer says, how many languages can you speak? 6. Really 7, but I don't count that one. You're going to miss the potholes. I don't think so. Education doesn't matter, Kaylee. It has nothing to do with your education. Definitely not competing with Trump on little sleep and overworking yourself. I'm doing all right. Washing dishes, okay. All the wine, the honey, zero chance of biltong, yeah. No, I am leaving it behind. I'm thinking my skiing story, okay? It was a bit nippier outside, yes, but the problem is the light and the bugs. I don't know how that works, Lindy. You probably have to go to the embassy in Washington to get it renewed. I don't know that we don't do your passport. That's a South African thing. What happens at the time? Okay. Just want to find out something. Me and my fiance are not married yet, but have two beautiful baby girls together. Must submit our own applications. Don't know the answer on that, but the answer should be you have to submit 2 applications because you're not married. Vihan, I don't know why you think this is all the rage. You people are so self-absorbed in South Africa. Nobody gives a flip. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. Why would they care about South Africa? Honestly, you think you're the bee's knees. You're not the bee's knees. Nobody knows or cares about South Africa. Almost nobody. So it's not a big deal. You can't be erased from South African database as a refugee. It's illegal. Country security manager will be your national company, do you think? Again, you've asked that question. Morning, I've not lost any respect for you. I don't think anybody's also offered to help you either. Three best states? Again, no, but that's not a question I can answer. It depends on what your desires are. Live in Feldriff. I'll send you a follow-up mail with my address to use 2 years. Yes, I do, but I barely get a chance to check it. Silent Joe. Well, Feldriff is a long way from here, and I'm not going to get there. I've already been in Feldriff, but thank you for the offer, Silent Joe. I appreciate it. I'll keep it in mind. He's my emotional support pet. Yes, you can join the U.S. military as a refugee. You could have joined it from here if you wanted. I'll leave my goodies with someone to watch after them. You can donate through PayPal. Me and my wife and newborn, thank you for everything you've done, Colonel. Okay, cool. You're welcome, Gustav. If you're not married, then you have to have separate applications because they're not in your family. No, I don't have the answer to that question. Relaxing, positive energy. All right. Guys, we've gone for an hour and 38 minutes. We got 700 people still watching. I hate to end it, but it's late. I need to get some sleep and rest. I had a very long day, driving all over the place, getting physical therapy. And the bugger off bunny says it's time for me to bugger off. Okay? Bill, the bugger off bunny is saying, good night, everybody. He can't do it, Silent Joe. I think it's illegal. There's no basis to do it. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Appreciate you all being here. God bless. And we'll see you tomorrow, but I'll have to use the mobile network again. Got a much better signal as the night went on. That's meant less people using the data. So cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hit that like button. Thanks for the super chats.